The following program contains scenes and language of a frank and explicit nature. Discretion is advised.
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Look who's back, everybody. How are you?
I'm good.
Heidi has missed the last 7, 8, or 9 weeks,
Months?
I think. I think it's been, I think you came for your first show and you haven't been back since, it feels
It's
like.
true. I was away and then Christmas and New Year's.
And then
COVID.
You caught it.
I did.
Let's do a little applause for you.
Discretion.
Thank you. Thank you. I don't feel left out now.
Here's the cool thing. Like, a lot of podcasters are doing this thing where everyone who does a podcast, someone gets COVID. I just had it. My wife had it when we were back in Boston. And you currently have it. So we don't give a fuck about, stay home and rest. You're here, you're committed, you're working, and you are actively riddled with COVID.
I'm a mess.
You look
I'm
like
disgusting.
it. Yeah, you look
I have
like
so
it.
much makeup on right now.
Yeah. I'm surprised you can even
I feel like
move
I'm
your
like
lips.
No,
You look good. You look good.
Thanks.
How are you feeling? It's been a rough go for you. You've missed the last 2 weeks of our show.
Of life.
Yeah, because you've been pretty laid up. And we don't have to go into crazy details or whatever, but like, how are you? You doing all right?
I feel a lot better this morning. But you know that I can't describe that feeling of like when you have a cold and like you're just like, oh, you know what I mean? Like that, like I don't feel good, and then you can't explain it. I just don't feel good. Now I've lost my taste and smell.
Oh shit, that is really terrible.
You know what?
That sucks.
I was in Vegas for like a night and stayed at the Virgin, like the new place.
What's that?
The Virgin, it's where the Hard Rock used to be, which was the best place to stay in Vegas because it's a little off the strip and it's not crowded.
Is it the same building or did they level it?
Same building, and they gutted it, and now it's not as nice, to be perfectly honest. I mean, it's beautiful, but it's just, it lost its sort of
Okay, so you were in
charm.
Vegas.
And my point is that in the bathroom they have these beautiful like these lotions and stuff, and they're from red flower, it's called, and it's Palo Santo. Yeah. What a good smell. Oh my god! And I actually went out, and I'm that person that I go and I take more off the housekeeper's little
when
thing.
you walk past the tray.
Oh, I
the
sneak
cart.
up and then I look inside, and sometimes I say, "Excuse me, can I have a couple?" But this time,
Can I have 7 of these?
This time I took like 2 of each. I feel badly, but whatever. The rooms were
It's
expensive.
Vegas. They'll recoup.
But so I'm trying to like save it because it's expensive, and I washed this afternoon with it, and I couldn't smell a thing. And then I sprayed on perfume all over, expensive perfume. I can't smell it. I look and I smell like a French whore. No offense to French.
We knew that you'd parked up front because we could smell you through the front door, all your perfume you're wearing.
You know what I did? I crashed into your not car, but I backed up into the
curb. Yeah. Well, I know someone else who does that very much, and that person is actually running the computer today. Darren, unfortunately, can't be here because, as much as we're making jokes about you, getting over COVID and us just having it, since he is not vaccinated, I actually would be nervous having him here. Yeah. So out of love for him, he was not invited today, but he would have liked to be here. But instead, we have my wife running the boards. Wait, wrong one.
Gorgeous.
Look at you.
I love Megan.
Can you guys both talk to me about why you guys hit the curb in your cars all the time? Because it drives me insane. Women, never mind. We got it.
No, because I'm a really good driver. I love
That's just so is she.
I'm a really good driver.
Yeah.
I've been driving since I was 14 years old. I'm 85
That's
now.
illegal. Okay. Back in the 40s, you could drive at 14.
That's some Midwest shit right there.
Yeah.
Get on
14.
That mic.
And with a stick shift.
Mm-hmm.
I learned on a stick shift in Texas, and then So I've been I think it's because I'm scared to not get my car all the way over so the cars don't hit me. I don't know. But my tires, it's a new car. My tire rims are all scraped.
Mine are red. Yeah. And he's like, how the fuck did you get it on the driver's side too? I'm like, because they rotate my tires, bro. But
I didn't realize that. That was a good point
there's
out.
a couple. Yeah. So don't think you're that bad, like going both sides if it's on both.
Oh, okay.
But whenever we parallel park, she really is a fantastic driver. But when it comes to parallel parking, it's like full on downs, and she comes in and she tries to do it fast, because she is pretty agile in the car, but she does it fast and then it's like into the curb like this almost every time. And Same. She says she does it more when I'm in the car because she thinks I'm being critical for driving, because I am.
And you get nervous.
Yeah, I get nervous.
Yeah. And you don't focus, and then you're like...
I also have a theory that the curbs in Los Angeles are higher and...
Hey, guess what? Your tires are on the ground, so height does not matter.
I know. That's why I'm trying to reconcile
the curbs here stick out further into the... Yeah.
But anywho.
I'm not going to give you too much shit because you are donating your time today. So thank you for being here.
Pro bono shit right now.
Yeah. Good.
She said bono.
She sure did. So we also, since we last did a show, we lost Betty White. We lost Sidney Poitier. We lost Bob Saget yesterday.
You know what's really weird is that the thing that he has...
Another one today, by the way.
Who?
Well, tell me your thing first, and there's another one today.
What?
Yeah, not a bummer one. Someone who probably should die. I'll just tell you, Robert Durst, the guy from the old guy from the documentary that we watched.
I knew that he was going to...
I hope they never catch me. Whatever the hell he said on camera.
And he burped or hiccuped. He's like... Remember that? And he went to the bathroom and he was like, oh, I hope they don't know I'm guilty.
Thank God I'm not mic'd up right now when I admit to this fucking murder I did.
God,
these
I love
idiots.
Murdering so much.
I love that my wife is dead. I love that I did it. Thank God I'm not mic'd up.
Thank God this bathroom is very private.
Rest in peace, Bobby Durst. So you were talking about Bob Saget?
Yeah, so a friend of mine has this thing called Scleroderma?
Is that like a penal fungus?
No, and it's kind of scary because it's...
Scleroderma?
It's SCH...
Jesus, fuck. Didn't work very well.
SCH something?
Scleroderma?
And it happens, so I have this thing called...
What is Scleroderma?
Here's some information.
Scleroderma is a group of autoimmune disease that may result in changes to the skin, blood vessels, muscles, and internal organs.
So I have that. I have Raynaud's, or it's called Raynaud's. It's a French disease.
Oh, sounds very elegant.
So, yeah.
Circulation.
And it happened to me. I was on a chairlift years ago when I was like 15, and we got stuck, and I got
frostbite.
Frostbite on my fingers. And ever since then, so when it's cold, if I hold a cold cup of anything, my fingers get all white, and now the bottoms of my feet get it. But I guess Bob Saget had he had that. His sister had died. I'm making this up, maybe? Not from that, but...
Make it up, but make it very dramatic. But definitely make it up.
But my friend just posted that he was part of... Because she has the same thing. So they don't know if it constricts in your heart. And now they said they found him with his left hand over his right body like this. Or no, like this.
Well, they announced what he died from today.
They did?
Yeah, he had a heart attack. So obviously he was clutching his heart.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah. But that being said, we do know that in 2022, Scleroderma is coming for everybody.
That sucks.
Did you Google it? What is it?
I didn't Google it. I'm trying to force this rumor.
Rare,
I'm making it up.
And it's
actually
it's in women a lot.
I think it's actually a byproduct of COVID.
Uh-oh.
Isn't it?
Shit.
Is it?
I think that's what happens next.
You're joking.
Uh-oh.
Yes.
Oh, no.
Good one. Two gullibles in the room. Getting mighty comfortable on that microphone over there. Mighty comfortable. Yeah, so Betty White was a drag. She was
love her.
I think a week from today, she would have turned 100 years old.
She was Remember her?
Did you guys go to elementary school together? Is that true?
We knew each other. Yeah, we went to high school together.
What was she like? Tell me, give me.
I was older.
Do me a favor.
I was
know
a year
you
older.
were a little bit older. Can you tell me your favorite Betty White story from when you guys were kids?
Wow.
Back when the world was black and white. Can you tell me what that was like?
Yeah, we really didn't talk. I mean, it was such a
Purely sexual.
She was so jealous of me.
I bet. She was flat. Betty White was very flat, and that's she died of a broken heart.
No, remember the Mary Tyler Moore show? Did you guys ever watch them too?
It was a little bit before our time.
Yeah.
After
Well, I mean,
yeah.
but I watched it.
I do know what it
on
is.
reruns.
Mm-hmm.
Not that I was. Wait, when was that?
When was the Mary Tyler Moore show?
It happened from September 19th, 1970 to March 19th, 1977.
Yeah, so...
Oh, I was.
yeah.
Okay, yeah.
It would make
so
sense.
I watched it,
Yep.
but she played the wife of Ted Knight. Oh, I just loved
Don't
her.
know who Ted Knight is either.
Suge Knight's father.
Ah, yes, of course. Wonderful man. Also a gangster. Good one.
Ted Knight just passed away as well.
Who was he?
He was in
Was he Betty White's husband on the show? I'm
on
kidding.
the
That was a joke.
show, but her husband was the what's his name?
Oh, from this guy was in Caddyshack.
Yeah,
I'll give you asthma. That guy.
yeah.
Oh,
But her husband in real life was the what's his name?
man, everybody dying out there.
The game show host guy. What's his name?
Alex Trebek.
No.
Louis Anderson.
Oh my God, what's his name? But he did Password, and I would watch that all the time with my
Who's
mom.
Harvey? Got Harvey with the black guy with the mustache.
Steve.
Harvey was Betty White's husband.
No.
Was her husband famous?
Yeah. James Linden? No, not James Linden. James Lipton.
That'd be cool. When you get to heaven.
What's his name?
Alan
Alan London. Alan
Ludden.
Ludden.
It was fun listening to you try to figure that out. He's from the Alan Ludden of the Luden's Cough Drop
Yes.
family.
But anyhow, that's really sad. I loved her in The Proposal. Did you guys see The Proposal?
No.
Sandra Bullock and Ryan Reynolds and her, and she played the grandma.
Oh, is that where her and Ryan became friends? You know, her and Ryan Reynolds had this
Yes.
serious, actual, deep friendship.
Yeah, it must have been that, and she was also played the grandma in that Kristen Bell and Jamie Lee Curtis movie that I love.
You watch some fucking shit films.
I love these little
Yeah, it shows.
rom-coms. But
I
the
love that she's
proposal.
looking at me for about movie references. I'm like,
I don't know if you know this.
No.
She knows nothing about pop culture, actors. Okay, let me show you a picture. And I want
Really?
you to say if you know who this person is.
Me?
No, I'm going to show Heidi. This is one of the best.
Yeah, I was looking at you like, do you know?
Yeah, it's
Okay,
it makes me feel included until my brain melts.
Don't raise his name, but do you know who that is? Mm-mm. He was in the
I've
movie.
seen him
He's in the
before.
movie Ladybugs. Anyway, he's more our age group because he was like a hottie when we were young boys, both of us. His name is Jonathan Brandis.
Of course, I've heard the name.
So just as an example as to how she remembers people's names, she saw him once. She goes, "Isn't that Jason Brandon guy? Not Jonathan Brandis, Jason Brandon."
It's close though.
Can I put you on the spot right now?
Yes, I'm really good with initials.
It's really good.
I want to put you on the spot because you failed this a few months ago.
Oh, you.
No, but
Don't-
she's like a genius. If
Can
she knows.
tell us all 4 members of the Beatles. Is your video on?
Yeah.
You're so much better than Darren.
John Lennon, Paul McCartney,
Okay, that's half of them.
all I want to say is Bruno, but it's not
Bruno's one. The Ollie G character.
Bruno Mars.
Sacha Baron Cohen. When Sacha Baron Cohen was still in his dad's ball sack, he was a member of the
Bruno
Beatles.
Mars looks so good for his age.
Sucks.
Paul McCartney, John Lennon, Bruno Mars. Two more. Harrison Ford.
I don't spit out.
We have a lot of time to fill, so take your
I'm going
time.
through the whole alphabet.
You should go through names instead.
No, that's how I do it.
Talk on the fucking
Wait,
mic.
who? What did you
I'm
say
like Rudy
so far?
Jules.
Lennon.
John Lennon, Paul McCartney.
Don't help her. Okay.
I want to.
Do you know how many members there are?
You just told me 4, so
Okay.
I
There
can
was
remember stuff.
there was another guy, but he doesn't really count.
God damn it! Isn't there one? Oh, Ringo Starr.
Yeah. Fuck yeah.
That was Bruno. That
Yeah.
I couldn't.
Yep. One more.
This is the one I always forget, right?
Yeah, this is the one you probably should.
Harrison. George Harrison.
Whoa!
Only took her 9 fucking minutes to think of the 4 most famous musicians there ever was. Good
That
job.
was good.
Thank you.
Can you name 2 members of the Rolling Stones?
Mick Jagger.
That's 1.
That'll do it.
Okay, that'll about just about do it. There's another guy that's probably just as famous. Guitar player.
He's
Mick Jagger's guitar player.
Yes,
Yes.
yes, that is correct.
good job.
No, it starts
No,
with a K.
KR.
What?
KR.
His initials are KR.
Uh-oh. His name's Keith Richards, and
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Super skinny dude.
if you do the show again, we're going to have a lot of fun giving you trivia games.
I
Trivia
wish I
games.
was like that though.
Stupid? What? What? Are you... Is it okay? Is it okay that How did you...
I learned it from watching you, Dad.
Oh, shit.
No, like I wish I was like that because my head is full of useless information of all.
That's why you're here.
Culture, like
Yeah.
it's so.
That's good.
I have almost none of that.
But you're so smart, and you have like you know what I mean. So I'd rather not know all
It's
that.
superfluous. to
Hey,
me.
if we glaze over the Sidney Poitier death, people will accuse us of being racist.
Oh my God.
So can you please tell us something about Sidney Poitier?
Sidney Poitier. I remember
That's a tough name for me to say, by the way.
Sidney Poitier.
I feel like an asshole. Poitier. Poitier.
Poitier. I can't hear that well.
Because of COVID?
COVID?
Took your,
I don't
took
know,
your
I think
hearing
so.
away?
Like I'm
I
not.
don't think it works that way.
Or can you turn it up a little bit?
Your volume?
Can you turn it up a little bit? My
Is this
mic?
you?
Yeah.
Is that-
Oh, that's perfect.
Hell
Okay.
yeah.
I thought for a minute. I thought it was. It's like I'm losing.
and now
my-
your hearing is gone.
No, you're doing fine, Heidi. What's up? So,
Mom?
okay, please tell us. You grew up with Betty White and Sidney Poitier. What were
Yeah.
what's your favorite memory of Sidney Poitier as a child?
New Year's Eve, 1942. I'm just kidding.
It's a good time, man. You're literally older than my dad, and he's almost
Roaring
dead.
40s.
Wow.
Or the 20s.
Wow.
Was it the 20s?
Well, you said 40s, so it wouldn't be the Roaring 20s.
No, but what is it though? The Roaring 20s, right?
I think so. Roaring 30s, Roaring 20s.
Anywho, my
3 stupids in the room.
I remember my mom and dad were always very like I learned like a lot of music things from them and movies, and when I was a young kid they showed me oh my god, where he walks in he goes you call me Mr. Tibbs. Remember that?
No, I don't think I've seen the Sidney Poitier movie.
That movie I'm talking about is with Carol
Burnett.
no the
Carol
guy.
Shelby.
Oh my god.
It's the Roaring 20s.
Oh, it is the word.
Yes.
Yeah. What was that movie called? I just remember.
I'm looking at in
In the Heat of the Night.
Yep.
In the Heat of the Night.
Mm-hmm.
That's not to be mistaken with the.
No, that was the
White
theme
Snake
song from that movie in 1967 by
Remember that
Whitesnake.
song?
Of course.
I love that song. In the Heat of the
Oh yeah, I don't think I've seen any of his movies. Oh, I've seen. Oh, I've seen
Guess
the
Who's
Jackal.
Coming to Dinner?
Never
Oh,
seen
he was
that.
in the Jackal. That's right. With my buddy.
Oh, I saw Little Nikita.
Oh yeah. But I mean,
Debbie Does
like,
Dallas. I saw that.
But back in when he started wasn't he the first black actor to win an Academy
He
Award?
was. Yeah, that's he was he really was an amazing actor. So I've heard
Yeah.
because I've never seen any of his films, but he did win a Best Actor award. The first.
He was
first
a
black-
huge activist. Cool guy.
Pretty funny stuff.
How old was he? 95?
I think he was. How old was Sidney Poitier?
Sidney Poitier died January 6th, 2022 at age 94 in Los Angeles.
94.
You know what's crazy is when I was little, my mom always said famous people die in threes. And if you notice, it happened. So now there's going to be 2 more because there was.
Because we restarted?
Yes.
I don't think Robert Durst counts. Unless it's 3 old
Oh yeah,
murderers.
you're right. But
He's not a household name.
Betty White, Sidney Poitier, but yeah,
Bob
that's
Saget.
3. Yeah.
Man, but yeah, Bob Saget was a bummer because were you a Full House person, or was that a little too? You were
No,
old
I
enough
was.
for that.
No, it was awesome.
He was like one of our like surrogate fathers growing up. You know, being Danny Tanner.
Yeah.
It was him and Michael Gross from Family Ties and
I love Michael
Alan
Gross.
Thicke from Growing Pains. But Bob Saget, that's a bummer. You know, whenever comedians die, all the comedians go to Instagram or Twitter, and they're all saying he was the nicest person they've ever met, which sucks. Only shitty people rarely die. I mean, except for Robert Durst, which is good.
He did a video of Kevin Nealon had he does these hikes.
Yeah, hiking with Kevin.
And that's you got to watch it. It's hilarious.
I have. I've seen that one. Yeah,
Oh,
I have seen that
it's
one.
really funny.
Yeah.
And did you know that his wife, that he sent her a message on Instagram, and his wife is a
Bob Saget's wife? Okay.
she has a, oh my God, really spit it out. She has a YouTube show. I don't know if it's a YouTube show or an Instagram thing. Anyhow, she's a blogger, but she does like music and food and stuff. And she's from Chicago. And he sent her a message because he was like, I need like a nice Midwestern girl. And
Wait, they met on there?
yeah.
Wow.
And they married like a couple years ago. And that's what she said, that he wanted like a Midwestern person.
That's pretty sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah, he'll be missed. Another person with a podcast. You sent me something today. You were listening to Conan O'Brien's podcast.
I actually was sent a message, and a friend of mine said, "Is this you that Zach Galifianakis is talking about?" And I was like, "What?" And he said that there's a woman that he knew.
Yep.
Are you? Yeah.
I'm
Do you want me to go through it?
gonna play the clip.
Okay,
Should I play the clip and then have you explain it,
Yeah,
or
please.
should we just? Okay.
please.
Let me connect. Boom. Conan O'Brien, if you don't know, has a podcast called Conan O'Brien Needs a Friend. And Zach Galifianakis was on the show recently, right?
Yeah.
And this is what transpired.
I got to tell you, years ago, somehow I knew this woman, and I was selling her a couch, and she said that she couldn't come pick it up, but her uncle was going to come get it. And I go, okay, so great. And this guy shows up to take the couch away. This guy, his uncle, and it was Tony Shalhoub.
That's fantastic.
So, but without going any further,
Conan, I love him so
The best.
much. Oh my
The
God,
best.
I love him so much.
we've talked about this on the show before. Tony Shalhoub is your uncle.
He's my uncle-in-law, yeah.
Uncle-in-law. So the woman that Zach is talking about is you. So let's continue here.
It's totally true. Wow. And I mean, I don't really, I just looked at it. I couldn't believe that. I mean, and also, I just love his last name, Shalhoub. You would have never known he was, a successful actor, the way he moved that couch. I didn't help him. I did.
Can I ask a question? So when he showed up, did you say, hey, Tony Shalhoub, or did he shake your hand and say hello and then look at a camera that wasn't there and say, I'm actor Tony Shalhoub? What happened? How does that's so awkward.
I opened the door, and as I see any actor, music goes off in my mind. It's da-da-da-da-da.
So the Entertainment Tonight theme plays in your head anytime you see any person of any fame.
I think I may have opened and thought, that guy looks like an actor. And then I found out from the lady I sold it to it was him. Or I don't remember how it went down, but it was clearly Tony. He was by himself. It was really, I guess the point is actors can move couches too.
Okay. So that was the clip. Explain the story.
So it was a long time ago. I met Zach. We had met years ago, and so this was right when The Hangover, like when he
Heidi's name drop. She isn't afraid to
Welcome
drop
back.
those names.
You were saying. Does it sting? Does it sting every time a little
I don't
bit?
care, whatever.
Good.
So we met years ago, and then I went to a Largo when it was the old place,
Mm-hmm.
and he had a show, and afterwards I was standing there with him, and this is really funny. This black guy walks up with this girl.
Whoa.
What?
What's the matter what color he was?
He walks up to Zach and does him on the shoulder, and so Zach and I are standing there. It's Kanye West.
Oh, yep. I've heard of him.
And Kanye West was with his then woman that he was going to marry.
His concubine?
His fiance.
Okay.
And he said, we introduced you. Hi, it's nice to meet you. And he goes, Zach, I'm a fan of yours. I really want you to do a video of mine. Now, do you remember the video that Zach Galifianakis does with Kanye West? It's hilarious.
I don't think so.
He's actually on his farm in North Carolina.
Okay.
And he's on a tractor, and it's that da 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 da. What song is that? It's so good. But
It's
Zach,
a Kanye song?
yeah.
I don't think I know any Kanye songs.
Really?
I don't think so.
He's really a genius at what he does.
That could be. I'm not familiar with it. Song is called Can't Tell Me Something?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then Zach lip syncs through the whole thing.
Yeah, I've never seen this before.
It's amazing.
Okay.
So I was there when that was when Kanye was like, "Hey, I have this idea. I'd love for you to blah blah." Okay. So then we started to hang out a little more. I met him, Zach at and because he lived in Venice. I'm not sure if he still has a home there. I almost rented it, but it was really $10,000
I bet it was a bit on the steep side, right?
There was a bathtub in the backyard. It was really a cool little place.
I had a bathtub in my backyard, but we were white trash, and it was not connected to any kind of plumbing or anything. So
yeah, remember when that wasn't a cool thing? It was go out back and yeah. And just one story. Okay, so I met him at this bar restaurant in Venice. We were gonna have dinner, and I was a little late. And this is just how I pull up, or not pull up. I walk in. I see him at the bar, and there's a seat next to him. And I walk up. I'm like, oh, I'm so sorry, I'm late. Hey, hi, how's it going? This wasn't a romantic thing. But it was. I don't know. I found him attractive.
And this all came from your meeting at Largo.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was actually we actually met on a blue moon, and so he sent me an email and was like, "Your face is so familiar to me. This was this was a long time ago.
Good line.
This was so long ago, 15 years ago, 14 years ago." And I went to sit down, and he goes, whoa, I'm waiting for somebody. And this was right in his height of when he...
Sure.
And so the bartender looked at me, and I go, he's joking. And he's like, no, excuse me. Hello. This is saved for somebody. And I was like, Zach, stop. The guy doesn't think you're joking. He's like, I'm not joking. I've never seen you before in my life. And then I was like, ha, 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 funny. And I started to get up, and he got up off of the seat. It was a big thing, and it was hilarious.
Wait, he was kidding?
He was kidding.
Oh, I was starting to get anxiety, he just stood you up.
No, but the security guy, came over, the door guy, and, because he was like,
okay,
I don't
lady,
know you.
time to go. Okay, lady. Yep, he hears it a lot. Okay.
So it was funny, and so we had fun. Walked to his house. So in his house, he had this dresser, and I don't know if I should say he smoked a lot of pot, but I don't think he cares. I think it was very open, him and
I don't think this is the show that's going to take him down 14 years later.
Yeah, so he smoked a lot of pot. I don't like pot. I never have. So he was like, hey, you want to smoke some pot? No. But he had this dresser, this huge dresser. It was his grandmother's. And he was moving, and he's like, hey, you, and I was like, oh, I love that. And he's like, you want it? And I was like, sure. Mm-hmm. So it was a dresser. It wasn't a couch.
Okay.
I said, and meanwhile, during this time, my husband was dying.
Wait a minute. Hold on a second. So you were not on a date?
No, but when when my husband got sick, we were separated, like legally
I think I knew
separated.
that.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I took care of him. I said, no, it's okay. And I moved back in our house.
Okay.
It's a long story, but anyhow, and I fell back in love with him and all that
Sure.
stuff. But this was in the sort of the beginning.
When you were still like newly separated.
Yeah, and he had just gotten into the hospital, and I was all over the place. But anyhow, it wasn't even like a date. It was just we enjoyed each other. Like, he's funny.
Yeah.
I can be funny, and it was funny.
Zach Galifianakis hot?
Hot?
Or like, do you see it?
Endearing.
Okay.
Maybe.
Yeah, I can get
Stephen
it.
Colbert is more my like unattractive but super attractive because of your personality.
Yeah,
vibe.
Yeah, and his I mean, Zach Galifianakis. His stand up.
He's fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
Like the smartest, but that deadpan, like between two ferns.
The best.
That's how it was when I walked in to meet him.
Okay.
It was like a scene of that. He's like, I don't know who the fuck you are. Get away from me. Are you kidding? I'm waiting for a friend of mine. Are you kidding? Like that. It was insane. That went on for almost 10 minutes.
I would have left. I don't know how you did it.
I know.
I was like,
Okay, so you're at his place.
anyhow, I'm at his place. I said, you know what? I'll go ask my uncle to come over and help me. And he has like Tony had one of the first RAV4s that was electric.
Oh, nice. Okay.
So the back of it was a little bigger. And I actually, was I living with? Anyhow, long story short. Where I was going with this. So anyhow, but in between that time, like weeks went by and we talked on the phone, Zach and I, like we were like, I was telling him I had an idea for the story, blah, blah, blah. And then my brother-in-law had a script for him to read. I dropped it off. He's like, I'm really interested in this. So we had not a relationship, but like we were friends, I thought. Not an old friend.
But so I guess what you're trying to say is that you don't know why he called you like some lady.
Yeah, like we had I don't know. I mean, look, time has passed. He's a huge fucking star now. Do you know what I mean? On the way here, this is insane. On the way here, on the back of a pickup truck was that freaking baby.
Oh,
with
him. Carlos.
Yeah,
from The Hangover.
Hilarious.
Yeah, really, really good.
So like, I was like, whoa. But so he's huge now. Like, you know. So I get it. And if you smoke pot or if he has a wife and kids, he's got a lot going on. So I understand. Maybe I'm not in the front of his, he remembered, oh, Heidi.
I think we should try to get you guys back together. We should start a campaign to get you back with Zach. We're gonna hashtag back with Zach. It's starting now. And we're going to reconnect you guys.
We got along really well. Like just as friends. I'm not saying like, there was nothing there, like nothing at all. Like, you know what I mean? Just
You're saying he had a small penis. Nothing there.
So
disgusting.
I text him and I say, hey, so my uncle's gonna come with me and pick up the dresser. And there was the night before. He said, okay, and so I said, we'll be there at 10. So we get there, knock on the door. It looks like he just woke up,
which is kind of his look, by the way.
Right. And
he'd probably been up for 10 hours.
And all of a sudden, it's Tony. And I remember Zach's face when he opened the door was like, what the fuck?
Who is this chick that has Tony Shalhoub as her moving crew? That's amazing. It is a very funny story he tells.
And he opens the door and I'm like, Zach, this is my Uncle Tony. And he was like, hi.
Hello, Tony Shalhoub from Wings. Is that the show he's on?
Wings and Monk.
Monk. That's the one I'm thinking of.
And Monk, and so I worked on Monk as well. So
Okay.
anyhow, Zach couldn't find his shoe. So he found one shoe was a flip-flop. He couldn't find the other shoe. So he's scrambling around trying to help us find the shoe.
With one flop?
It was the funniest, like that. I talk about that day. I haven't talked about it in a long time. That day was one of the funniest moments because imagine Tony Shalhoub and Zach Galifianakis together moving a piece of furniture.
Yeah.
And Zach did help. Like he says he didn't help, but it wasn't a couch. It was that. And it was the funniest thing. And he just kept saying, he looked at me, he was like, your uncle's Tony Shalhoub?
That's good.
I was like, well, he's my uncle-in-law, but yeah, he's my uncle. He's like, yeah, he's your uncle. Why didn't you tell me your uncle was Tony Shalhoub? I'm like,
so he was your husband's uncle.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
but we were really like we're still really close,
Mm-hmm.
and I lived with them for a long time, and his wife Brooke Adams is an amazing actress and artist, and she was in the Invasion of the Body Snatchers,
The original or the remake?
the remake with Jeff Goldblum and her,
yeah.
and she was the lead. She was the woman in it. And that's that's their, because my family, I was disfellowship when I was 20. I was, so my late husband's family is
They
more
became
like,
your people.
Yeah,
Yep.
which is great. I'm still close with all of them. But that was, so I heard that, and I had to put my ego aside, because I was like, he fucking called me. At least he said a woman I know, or I knew. At least it wasn't like I met this girl at a bar and I gave her a fucking piece of furniture. Because I always said to people like, yeah, I have his number in my phone. Maybe.
Heidi's name drop. She isn't afraid to drop those names. Sky below.
It just has to happen. It has to happen.
But anyhow, so I felt a little. I was like, he called me a lady. I'm no lady.
Technically, you're a lady. You're a lady.
But it was funny,
but also,
though.
also remember, he's like thinking off the cuff. He's trying to be interesting in the moment on a podcast.
Yeah, yeah.
Do you think he should know your name to this day?
No. No, I guess not. Because
Okay.
after that, I mean, we kept in touch for a little bit, and then he just became The Hangover.
Yeah, he exploded quickly.
I mean, every thing in LA, every like bus stop was him and that baby.
He had like a Will Ferrell explosion of fame. Remember when Will Ferrell became like the guy?
Yep.
That happened to Zach too.
I told my Will Ferrell story about
You
the
did,
pain, right?
Yeah. That was good.
But yeah. So anyhow, that's that's the story.
A moment ago, you mentioned Tony being your family, right?
Mm-hmm.
Your close family. My wife and I were just back home in Massachusetts, where we both caught COVID, and we spent an entire 10 days in a basement. So the last couple days, we went and like made the rounds to see like people we hadn't seen the first couple of weeks or so. And on the second to last, or the last day,
It sounds like the song "On the Last Day of Christmas."
oh yeah, it gets terrible. We were talking to my mom, and my mom had she mentioned something that sparked a memory for me, like a childhood memory, and I was like, "Mom, can I ask you a question, but you don't have to answer?" And she goes, "Of course." I asked her this question. I'm not going to say anything that she told me, but I made a list of the things that my mom told me in the span of what? A minute? 2 minutes?
It felt like either a minute or a few days.
It was like she was trying to kill me with truth. Like,
It was like boom, boom, boom.
so
All with like just like a
I'm going to hand you this phone and you scroll through the list of things my mom told me. Don't read it out loud, but you can react however you want. You can react to each one that you read, but just try to take it like me not knowing any of this when I was a young man.
I mean, or
Okay.
an old man
Yeah.
for that matter.
Okay. The camera can't see into the phone, right?
Not into the
Okay.
phone. No, thank God.
And you've seen the interview with my mom. My mom is so...
Wait, hold on.
Just wait till you get to the fucking end, dude.
Oh wait, I had to like.
I
Yeah.
forget the order that things are.
But like I felt like I didn't read it right.
No, you did. Don't let your brain correct what you're reading.
Yeah. If you're confused, you're reading it right.
Wait, I have to mouth out the word.
It's weird.
How many are there on the list?
Like 6?
What?
Yeah. This is... So, Raz and I are sitting there, and like, my mom's telling us stuff, and we keep making eye contact, like, what the fuck is going on here? Why is she saying this? Where's this coming from? And I appreciate knowing, I appreciate hearing these things, but it rocked me.
I'm also
And I know where you're at now.
the last one.
Yeah.
And I'm like looking at him, trying to gauge where he's at so I can, I don't know, buffer, respond accordingly. And then I'm just uncomfortable. So I'm just giggling.
Did you finish it?
Like, yeah, this
So-
is normal.
You got all the way to the end? Yeah.
Wait.
So-
Okay. Wait.
Ask questions without giving
I will.
any insight as to what we're talking about.
So you go to your mom's house.
Yeah. Just to hang out and
Love you, Mom.
yeah.
Are you drinking? Do you have like drink? Does she
No.
have a
Nope.
drink? Like,
No,
does
no.
she have a drink?
That's sober mom.
No.
Oh, she's so okay.
Mm-hmm.
And so you just sitting there having some
We've been there for a few hours. We've been there for a few hours, and
We're sitting in a very small cluster.
we're
tighter
as
than
close
here.
as we are right now, kind of.
Maybe even
A little,
tighter.
little closer than this.
You asked a leading question, though.
Yeah.
And then it
basically,
just-
I was like, I have a memory of this. Is this what was happening? I'll tell you that. I can tell you that off. Actually, basically, I'll show you which one I asked her. I said, was this happening when I was a kid?
And then she just let it all out.
So I asked her.
Their family is.
Oh, so that was what I asked her, the first thing, because I had memories of something like that going on. And she goes, yeah, that
Wow.
happened. And then she's like, and also, blah, 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 all over my heart and my feelings.
Yeah. But to give you a sense of his family, they love reminiscing, right? Like,
Yeah.
it doesn't matter what the story is.
Yep.
That's like the context of conversation, right? Is reminiscing.
Pain is humor and therapy and all kinds of
Yeah,
stuff.
and this felt like, remember that time at Christmas dinner when Grandpa took,
Yeah.
it was like that, like just as fluid as that. So I think it felt very, very normal.
And we left the house, like, not because of that, but we left very soon after that. And we both walk out of the house and I'm completely quiet.
I was gonna say it must have been a
And
quiet.
I think she was like, "Are you okay?" And I was like, "I don't think so."
He actually said, I need to process
And I've
this.
never said that in my life before.
He almost said, I'm so triggered.
I did not say that. I would never. But I was like, I gotta process this for a while. That's any one of those would be like, whew, okay, I gotta take a second. But like, bam, 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 bam. It was interesting.
Yeah.
like how many minutes did she say all those
This
things?
3, maybe? Was it
Easily
more?
less than 10. If we're going to be a little conservative,
Okay.
we'll go less than 10.
Oh my god.
And there was no like, okay, I don't know if you want to know this.
Right.
It was like, take this, fucking take this, boom, and like over and over and over again.
And remember, with like an underlying tone of humor, like it's all
Which I did appreciate.
laughter.
I don't mind that. That was fine
Well, it
for me.
softens the blow.
Yeah.
That's my family. There's always a little bit of like
Mine is
we laugh
like-
about it.
Let me sit you down and talk about how fucking serious this very trivial matter is.
Yeah.
It's gonna wreck you.
How if your mom told you some of that stuff, would it fuck you up?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, cool. So I'm not crazy.
I think that I would be trying to go back to that, like trying to remember, like, wait a second, you know what I mean? Or like,
oh, I
holy
did all
crap,
that.
you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
And I've realized, I didn't tell you this yet, but I think it bothered me more than I thought it did, because the other day when I was putting this list together, I forgot a few of them. I had to really try to remember the conversation we just had. So I think my brain is like, we move past all that. We got room for other stuff. There's, we got to think about movies and baseball and video games. But I could feel my brain trying to have me ignore some of those things.
Wow.
Good stuff, huh?
Well, I mean, at least I mean, the fact that you guys were
guess.
like in a basement for 10 days back home to see family, and then you get out, oh, thank God, let's go see my mom.
Can't wait to connect with the people we love. And I was like, we left. I'm like, can we get COVID again and go back to the basement forever and ever and ever?
Like,
where truth.
remember when we had
Let's go back to the
COVID?
basement
So
where
fun.
truth does not seep in, where reality is not
We
real.
sound like mole people. We were
yeah.
underground for 10 days, and when we resurfaced, we realized how
Take me back.
fucked the world actually was.
Take me back.
God.
Pretty cool, huh? Pretty cool stuff. So, if any
Well-
of you guys are thinking about trying to connect with your family later in life, just don't.
Oh, fuck that.
Your memories are better than reality.
It's like when I found out that let me try not to say when my grandpa got back from the war.
Mhm.
Let me try to tell this without crying. he was messed up.
Yeah,
Like
of
most
course, of course.
I mean, he was 17.
It was World War I or II.
too, and he was at the Battle of Normandy. He was one of those guys in
God.
Saving Private Ryan, one of those kids.
He was with Tom Hanks.
He was, that's an actual footage.
Tom Hanks led him. You can see your grandpa. He's like one of the like first guys off the boat.
No, but he even said that they couldn't watch the whole thing. He said it was too.
Veterans said
that
that was recreated so perfectly. Yep.
And my grandpa would tell me the smells he smelled that day, but anyhow, he got back and he was he drank a lot, really bad. And I found out one time that, I'm just gonna say it. He got home from the bar, and it was and I could see the house too because it's tiny little. They were really poor. My grandmother and my aunt, my uncle, and my mom. Yeah, it was just them. They had to run into the barn and hide in the haystack because my grandpa had went and got a gun and was going to kill them all.
Oh, did he go back to war times in his head or something, or had some kind
had anger
some
issues
kind of split?
And I did not. I remember I overheard my aunt and my mom tell the story, and I was like, "I'm sorry, what?
What did Grandpa do?
What happened?" And they told me, and they're just like, "You should know, he had an issue, and then he stopped drinking, and he was fine."
But should you know? That's my question. Like, should you know that? Should we know? We watched a movie last night, or a show last night, where a dad is trying to decide whether to be real with his son or not. Like, do you really want to know me, or should we keep you thinking I'm some great guy?
Right.
And it made me think so much about my mom talking to me, and now what you're saying.
Yeah. It doesn't, but
should we know? Should we know?
The thing is that it didn't change I just thought of it as, now that I'm older, back then when I heard about it, I was like, oh my God, he was my everything.
Yeah.
But now as I'm older, I think like, you know what? He went through a lot. He needed help. He needed therapy. He needed some sort of mood stabilizer.
And when he got out of the war, therapy was not like,
oh my God,
let's help these veterans out. It's more like, okay, back to work.
And he became
back to the factory.
A trucker.
Of course.
He drove Jacko, which was where all the cars are on the semis. And he was friends with like my God, I have so much makeup on for my COVID. I just felt my face.
COVID gives you makeup?
Yeah, something it's a side effect with Omicron now.
That's crazy.
You get it, and like it just coats you with fucking foundation and rouge.
No, I meant like I had to like plaster makeup on to look okay.
I'm Heidi.
But he was like, but he was a teamster, and they were tough. And so I don't know what my point was.
Do you think your grandfather ever banged a lot lizard? I bet he did.
No,
did he go cross country?
My grandpa was he looked like a movie star. He was beautiful.
Yeah, but that's truckers
I
do. They bang lot
I
lizards.
don't think so. I'm gonna say no. I don't want to talk. That's
you don't want to think about it.
It's disturbing. But still, so to this day, I think about, and I've heard some other things that he did, and I was just like, yeah, but he was a really good person. He just drank a lot, and alcohol. And
he was traumatized.
Look at Mr. Big. Look at what's his name, Chris Noth. Look at what's happening to him because he drank. I'm telling. I don't know. Liquor does weird things to people sometimes that have issues.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of the stuff in what you read is very liquor driven.
Right.
Very, 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 very booze driven. I'm positive of it.
Yeah.
But goddamn.
Wow. That's a lot.
Yeah, it was pretty great.
Merry Christmas.
Yeah, it was very, very cool. Thanks, Mom. Love you so much. Yeah, good stuff. So how was your actual holiday? Because we haven't really spoken. Good. You haven't been able to speak. I
was not talking like this.
Can I play you the voicemail you sent me? The voice message? Is that okay?
Yeah, I don't remember what I said.
I don't remember either. Let me see if I don't know if I even saved it, but just so people can hear what you kind of sounded like.
I just can't believe I can't taste anything. It's really disturbing. Or smell anything. Well, like, hi, Palsy.
Oh, no, that was fine. Here, this is it.
I'm sorry, I never got back to you. This is what I sound like. I can barely take a breath.
Oh my God.
I mean, I can breathe, but that's how my voice sounds like. I've just gotten worse in the past day. Oh my God.
So stupid. Oh, I was
It sounded like you were faking. It sounded like you're like if I heard that from somebody else, I'd be like, okay. And then a minute later, this person passed away.
That was the morning. So I had to go downstairs and put my rent check into the little thing in like the laundry room.
Here's your rent check. Thanks for letting me live here.
And when I walked back up the stairs, I barely could make it. I was like, I couldn't breathe.
You sounded so panicky. Bad. You had it way worse than we did. That's for sure.
I think I had a mixture of maybe like the Delta and the.
I don't think they commingle.
Oh, I had some new.
It sounds like you had a bad one.
I had the Flu-Rana, whatever it's called.
Yeah, that sounds like a really cool grunge band. Flu-Rana. But anyway, so did you get sick while you were in Wisconsin, or did you wait?
This is an amazing story, and I have a picture that you could post.
Please, too. Okay.
So, how do I say this? Because you can cut stuff out, right?
I can.
So
I'm very intrigued as to where this is going. If you've never asked for things to be cut before, so this should be.
May
good.
I say something now? Will you cut it out? No, is that too hard? It's
that's
hard,
fine.
right?
It's fine.
It's hard.
Yeah, we'll do it here. We'll be right back. Welcome back from a very unnecessary edit. Heidi, you were saying.
I'm sorry. More work.
Who cares?
So, my boyfriend came to Wisconsin, for Christmas, and what was the question?
Where did you get COVID?
Oh my God.
Heidi, I'm sorry you couldn't be here today.
The question was, where was your boyfriend on Christmas?
Oh.
This is your story.
Wow.
And how was your guys' Christmas?
Nah. COVID brain. Is there a COVID?
It's real.
COVID brain?
It's real. It is real. Anthony comes to Wisconsin.
Yeah. So
with
then,
you.
When we came back to California, we stopped in Vegas.
Mm-hmm.
And at the airport.
Why? Did you just want to be in Vegas?
No, he loves Vegas. Well,
okay.
Okay, the truth is.
Okay, let's get real.
We flew from. It was a cheap ticket from Vegas to Wisconsin. He flew from Vegas to Wisconsin.
I gotta say.
Yeah.
Right in this moment.
Yeah.
I appreciate your honesty.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks.
It's very big of you. Very brave.
And we're Vegas fans. So we at the airport in Vegas. Let's just say this. This is where we think that we got it. At the airport, there was a Afghani refugee kid, and he was.
It's getting dangerous.
Adorable.
Uh-huh.
And he had this big thing around his neck with like this like. It was like a square thing that you put like
COVID in
papers.
That's how you carry your COVID. Okay.
Vials of COVID. And he recognized my boyfriend, not recognized who he was, but he recognized him as being. I'm sorry.
This is so bad, but I'm thinking of an Afghani kid, and he's holding like a genie bottle, and inside the genie bottle is COVID, and he opens it, and the COVID sneaks. Not good. I love Vegas too. You were saying?
I'm just waiting to see where this story goes.
Me too.
And the
Me
relevancy
too.
of the Afghan refuge.
So
there's a brown kid there. Obviously he has COVID. No, go ahead.
Adorable. So he walks up to my boyfriend and he starts speaking Farsi. And
I thought Farsi was like an ancient
no,
language of Jesus.
Persian people.
What's the one Jesus spoke? Okay, anyway. Anyway, go ahead. It's a dead language. Go ahead.
Clearly, I don't know because I didn't even know what I was talking about. I forgot what I was talking about. So my boyfriend instantly got a little bit like on edge a little bit because he's always at an airport. It's difficult for a Middle Eastern a person. Not difficult, not as difficult as it was after 9/11, but there's a little bit of a
Aramaic is what I was thinking of. Aramaic.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you.
But sometimes there's a little bit of prejudice still to
Sure.
this day. If you know, my boyfriend's not wearing like a hijab or whatever is that called
That's the hijab is the face cover.
Oh, then what is that called? The men wear the jihad.
Suicide vests.
But he's not wearing one of those.
Right,
but
sure.
you know, he has a role that he's about to do, which is going to be awesome.
Was he growing a beard or something?
Yeah, so he's got a beard, and you know he's darker, Anyhow, so this kid starts to talk to him, and he looked at me and he was like, he texted me as he's talking to the kid, and he's like, what's going on here? Like, what's happening? So we were waiting there, and the kid said, I'm here from I'm an Afghani refugee. I'm waiting for my government person, my case worker, and they haven't shown up, and I don't know what to do. And he was adorable, and I was like, oh my God. So this kid, my point is that I know we got COVID. He was coughing, and then he was in a camp for 2 months. So, in close and so I maybe, but he didn't. He just sounded like he was a little ill.
Very possible. But also, you're also at an airport in Vegas where people from all over the world are coming.
Yeah.
And you were probably within 20 feet of, at that point, 10 people that had it.
That's true.
But you were closely talking to this kid, so it is possible.
So we had to, oh, this poor kid. We called every number that was on his little thing. He was like 20. He was 20. And he told us...
I'm picturing like a 7-year-old.
So did I.
Oh, no, he was 20.
Like,
but he was...
Mister, can you help me find my...
But just imagine. So we asked him, and he knew some words and stuff. But so what he did for the American troops is that he would go with them into little towns, and he would tell them who's an undercover...
He's a fucking snitch?
Yeah, so he can't. So unfortunately, his family was left in Afghanistan and are being hunted down now because they have a huge list of all the people. So he told me, he's like, I can never go back. I'll be killed. Oh my God. So awful. So they picked for him to go to Vegas. And I'm like, are you excited? And he goes, I'm scared because I don't have my family here. I'm going to cry. It was so sad.
Yeah, it's hard.
So he had these big bags, like these like blue.
Hey kid, sorry about your family, but we're going to send you to Vegas. So,
Vegas.
Play some craps.
But he said he's excited. But he said, I'm sad. My family, I'm hoping that they get them out in time.
So the hope is that the U.S. troops will find his family and then send them also to Vegas. Hopefully, or whatever.
But the troops are out, but I think they're all there. I mean, there's some.
There's still
sort
some people
of,
there.
Yeah, what's that called?
Convoy.
Reconnaissance mission.
Reconnaissance. Yeah. So this kid is he's gonna live in Vegas.
Yeah.
With protection.
They have. I don't know, but so we called these numbers. We don't know what to do. There was a USO thing that was closed. It was late. So I walked outside and I was like, hold on. I walk outside. This is probably where I got COVID. I'm walking around the airport and it was cold out. And I walk outside and I see this guy. He's like not a security guy there, but like transportation guy.
Worked for the airport.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I heard him talking. He sounded like he was from the East Coast. And I was like, him. And I walk over. He sounded like a Boston like a real
prick.
But a cool guy, like America, sort of like.
Sure.
Does that make sense?
Sure.
Like,
working class East Coast guy.
So I walk out and I go, "Excuse me." He goes, "What can I do for you?" It was all like, and I said, "We have this gentleman that we just met. He's an Afghani, a refugee," and he goes, "I'm so fucking sick of these." And I thought he's
definitely from Boston.
But no, I was about to say he was going to say, I'm sick of these refugees. And he's like, I'm sick of the way this fucking government treats these fucking kids. They helped us. They're basically part of the army. And this kid had adorable. He had an army sweatshirt on and pants and shoes. And then so the guy said, that's it. And he told this other guy, I'm off the clock. I'm going to go help this kid. And he went in and he called the USO people. They weren't there. He's like, you know what? You're with me now. And so this kid looks at my boyfriend and says, can you guys stay with me? I'm like, and my boyfriend's like, oh my God, like, I'm tired.
It is
like,
a big ask.
Yeah. And he's like, he gave him his phone number and he said, you call me if you need me, but this guy's a good guy in Farsi. He said all this and he'll take care of you. And then we'll find your home or your people that are supposed to. And how awful is that? Like, that there's not his person there to get him. You fly this kid he's never seen an around
around the world.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like he's never.
And his first spot is Vegas. That's gonna be so like overwhelming. Like,
So he was like,
to your senses.
Oh my God. So this guy was great. I forget his name. Chris. This guy's name was Chris.
Shout out Chris.
I gave him a hug. That's probably where I got COVID. I was hugging everybody. And I said,
It does sound like you're going out of your way to get COVID.
Say, you're blaming it on this like Afghani refugee, and you have so many touch points along this story.
I forgot to mention I was in the bathroom licking the floor and like, I don't know. I just... It's like, what time is it? I need to get... I don't want to do the show for 2 weeks. I got to start... Sir, can I hug you? Ma'am, want to hug? That's French. Yeah.
I also forgot to mention no one
Literally,
in the Vegas airport.
3 times she said, that's where I got COVID.
I'm like, oh, that's probably where. Yeah. It's all making
okay,
sense.
so we do know you got it in Vegas.
So he took the kid, and the kid's face as he looked at my boyfriend and I.
He's just like...
He just was like, and he gave us a hug, and I said it was.
There it is.
There it is.
I gave another hug.
I love you guys so much.
And I said, thank you for your service. And everybody, and he's like, you're welcome. And we got into the elevator, and what did I do?
Got COVID.
Sobbed like a,
from the
that's
buttons.
probably where I got,
Because people don't know this. Heidi pushes the buttons with her nose. So she's like,
nose, my tongue.
Yeah, whatever. Either way.
And then I cried for like 15 minutes afterwards because his face and just the fact that like his family is still there and they're hunting his family down because he helped the United States of America.
You could have offered to bring him home to you guys and taking care of him, giving him a family, but you didn't want to do that. That's
now
fine.
we're Facebook friends, and he asked me if I'm okay. I said, are you okay? Yeah, I'm good. I'm like, will you let us know if you need anything? And he's like, I'll be okay. Like,
Does he want to be a new producer on the show? Does he want to be an engineer and run the cameras?
Maybe.
Get rid of Darren finally?
I'll send
Jesus
you a picture
Christ.
of him. He looks like a little, like a model. He's adorable and just, and he told us stories of
What if you guys brought him in for like a throuple?
Oh, stop.
Come on.
Does
Farsi in the front,
Megan
Farsi
know
in
what
the
a
back?
throuple is?
Do I know what a throuple
She's
is?
not retarded. Yeah, she knows what that is.
Well, I didn't know what it was. Oh, I am retarded. Am I retarded?
A little bit.
You didn't
We
know
all are
what
a little bit.
what a throuple
Nope.
was prior to this one?
Mm-hmm.
Just now?
I never knew.
No, you didn't know what a cuckold was.
Oh, what's a
Throuple's a
throuple's three people. I know.
three-piece couple.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah,
Yeah.
no, I know that.
Okay, so retarded confirmed?
Yeah, I don't like that word. I'm mentally challenged.
Yes, confirmed.
Anyhow, that's my.
So we know you
So we
definitely
have
got
no
COVID in
idea.
Vegas.
For sure.
We got it at a super spreader event concert or at the farmer's market. We got it all over the
Which
place.
I almost went to.
Yeah.
Oh, thank God.
You could have had it
I went
earlier,
to.
though.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
30 plus positive tests between band, crew, and our pretty small backstage guests.
But does that count when the people went home and gave it to their families? No, right?
No.
Because I know one
And
guy that was there and
Yeah.
his wife and kids had it. Yep.
Yep. Yeah, it was, I've been talking to most of the people from that night, and a lot of us feel it's almost like a brotherhood of like we all got it at the same time.
Wait
and
a
it's kind of
second.
cool. What?
Steve Stevens.
Yeah.
I mean, the fact that I saw on your Instagram,
We're bros.
I was like 15 years old again.
He's the best.
He was I love him.
You want to hear a horror story of the day I met him?
Yes.
It was one of the worst. One of the worst days of my professional career.
Was he an Afghani refugee?
Yes, obviously. No, we were doing the Royal Machines is the cover band that Navarro, Billy Morrison, Chris Chaney, Donovan Leach, Mark McGrath, Josh Freese are all part of.
I'm friends with with Donovan's wife.
Heidi
And I don't. What's her name? Libby.
Libby.
Cool story. So before it was Royal Machines, it used to be called Camp Freddy, and same group of guys, same kind of guests. We were doing a private event in Chicago at this guy. His name's Michael Sachs. He's like owns skyscrapers and shit all over.
SACHS. Right?
Not Saks Fifth Avenue guy, different guy.
No, it's SACHS, right?
No, I think that's Saks Fifth Avenue.
No, Saks Fifth Avenue is SAKS.
I don't know. Maybe it could be.
think
Do you
I
know
know.
Michael Sachs?
I think so.
Okay, loaded, absolutely loaded. So
Like
he
a billionaire.
probably. So he paid for the band to come and do a private party. Anyway, Steve Stevens was one of the guest guitar players that night, and he walked in to maybe sound check or before the show, whatever it was. And he goes, "Hi, I'm Steve. I'm playing on your side of the stage tonight." I was like, "Cool." He goes, "Here's my guitar. I've been waiting for this guitar for 6 months. Just got it tonight. Excited to play it. Just take care of it, please." I'm like, "Of course." I've been guitar teching for a little while now, so I'm not an idiot. The show starts. He's not playing until towards the end of the set. And I take out this guitar. It is a stunning Gibson Les Paul from the custom shop, which means that like one guitar luthier at Gibson made it for him start to finish with all of his specs. It's like, I think it was gold sparkle, just beautiful. He hadn't even played it yet. So I take it out, I tune it up.
I'm getting anxiety.
I'm being so careful. Do I have a guitar in here? I don't. So I take it out, taking care of it, polishing it up, ready to go for the show. And I put it on a single guitar stand. Usually I put them in like a rack where it's like a slatted rack for all the guitars in it. That one was full. So I put his guitar on like a single stand that kids have in their bedrooms. It's on there. The show is happening. Mark McGrath is standing next to me, and he's jumping, like having a good time, enjoying the show. And I hear something fall. I look over. It's a makeshift stage. So Mark jumping made Steve's guitar fall onto the stage and just fell. I picked it up, put it back on. I'm like, fuck, I hope nothing happened to it. It looks fine, all good. So we're getting close to Steve playing. I put it on, I'm tuning it up, and it keeps going out of tune. Every time I tune it, it goes meow. I turn up some more, meow. And I realized the headstock where the strings we tune it, had broken off. His brand new guitar.
Mark McGrath did it.
It's his fault. He's coming on the show soon, and we're going to talk about this. I'm going to blame him.
I just want to fly.
That's Mark. That's the one. So I literally had just met Steve earlier that day.
Oh my God.
And he's about to go on. He only brought one guitar. And I'm like, Steve, he goes, what's up? This is in the show. I'm like, I have some bad news. He goes, what? Please don't tell me it's my guitar. And I was like, oh fuck. I said, I'm really sorry. And he's going like, no. He's a guitar nut. He loves his guitar. Doesn't have kids, so he loves his guitars. And I was like, yeah, it fell out of the stand, so I have to give you a different guitar to play. And he's like, listen to me. I think he put his hands on my shoulder. He goes, listen, I don't want to see it. I don't want to hear about it. Just get it fixed and send it to me when it's done. And he just walks away, puts his head down. And I was like, he's never going to talk to me again. Ever. He's never going to speak to me again. I gave him a different guitar. He didn't say goodbye to me. He didn't do anything. Just played and left. Luckily, the band paid to have it fixed. I didn't have to pay for it. And later he goes, dude, I was never mad at you. Accidents happen. I was just so disappointed because I've been waiting 6 months for that guitar to be built.
Oh, what a good
That was the
guy.
first night I was going to play. We still joke about it, but we got it fixed.
I love him.
No, he's
That's
great.
awesome.
He's really, really great. His wife is fantastic too. But that was one of my most embarrassing, most upsetting, nerve-wracking moments of my career.
Oh, I would have threw up all over the place.
I thought I was going to.
Or I would have just left. I would have been like, bye.
I guess I don't do this anymore for a living.
I'm good.
So that he's great. But yeah, he got it. I think his wife got it. Everyone got it. Everyone got it at that show. But I'm happy it's over with. It's good to have you back.
Thank you. Good people.
Thank you for the stories. Darling, thank you for manning the computer today. You really did a good job, I think. I haven't seen it yet. Did you make any mistakes?
I made so many mistakes.
Cool. This is like the parallel parking of podcasts, so I believe you probably did fuck it up quite a bit.
But this is where you want to be like Steve Stevens.
Right, and have big black hair and rip solos like crazy.
I'm working on it. Yeah. I'm working on it.
Heidi, where can people find the show?
I don't remember.
Cool. Thanks for tuning in.
Go to YouTube and
look right in that camera. Tell everybody. This one.
What camera? Go to YouTube and subscribe to Rare Form Radio.
YouTube.com/rareformradio.
Oh, youtube.com/rareformradio.
Yep.
Just hit and subscribe. You don't even have to watch it, but it's fun to watch.
And if you're watching it, please drop a like on the video.
Yeah.
Where else can people find the show?
Instagram.
Yes.
Reform Radio.
Yes.
Dan Cleary,
Yes.
1970. Or no, Dan Cleary,
close.
79.
Yep.
Heidi Sabrina.
Yep.
And D. Nelly Radio.
Yep.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, that is it. D. Nelly Radio.
And then a podcast, Apple. I listen to it on Spotify.
Mm-hmm.
And when you do that, you should subscribe.
Agreed. And also,
It doesn't hurt anybody.
I'll plug it. You know what? We have been getting a lot of support on Patreon lately and really appreciate all of you doing that. So if you would like to support the show in any way, go to patreon.com/rareformradio. Pick a tier that works best for you. Hopefully, it's the most expensive one.
Ooh. La la. Was that it? Do you remember when being a mannequin was like a cool thing, or like doing? And
No.
Like my cousins and I would like stand and like pause.
No.
No.
That's
what we used to do.
That must have been pre-internet,
in the 70s.
before the internet.
Exactly. We had so much fun doing shit.
Guys,
like that.
let's move and then stop moving. It's so fun. Let's do it for
It was
hours.
an actual game called Mannequin.
No, it was kind of like red light, green light.
Exactly. But we made it into a thing called Mannequin. So then when we'd stop, red light, and we'd stop and we'd be like, and see who could stay the longest.
You renamed it Mannequin, but you still said red light, green light?
No, it was.
Taking some real fucking liberties.
We would play it.
This show is called The Joe Rogan Experience because it is.
No, we would play it, and then we came up with the concept of Mannequin after that.
Mm-hmm.
So then we would play it, but it wasn't red. It was Mannequin.
But you'd say red light, green light.
Mannequin or freeze.
Oh, got you. Okay.
Freeze something.
Wow, the fun games when you're a Jehovah's Witness. Very cool. We will be back next week with a brand new episode of Rare Form Radio. Thank you so much for tuning in. Heidi, it's really good to see you again. Darling, I'll see you every day for the rest of our lives. And everybody else, we will see you soon.
This is Lola, and I'm here to tell the world to stop being such pussies and listen to Rare Form Radio.